You're listening to Plus Size Divas with Deanna and Carmen, only on LA Talk Radio.
Hello, every worthy, unique, beautiful body out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Carmen Renee, aka Eat the Cake 2.
I am Deanna at Deanna Bombchica, and together we are
the Plus Size Divas. It's another Tuesday. We're so thankful that you are here with us. If you are not following us on all social media platforms, please do so. We are on Twitter and Instagram at 2 Plus Size Divas, and we are on Facebook at The Plus Size Divas, and on YouTube at The Plus Size Divas. If you missed anything, go subscribe. Make sure you're catching up.
All shows are archived, people.
And before we really get started, if you need the call-in number, it should be behind us. Otherwise, it is 818
570 5085. 570 5085. You guys call in. Do you think you should call in?
Probably.
Listen, our show would not be made possible without our incredible, wonderful sponsors. By the way, we're looking for a sponsor for the month of September. You can do weekly, you can do monthly, so get at us if you want to do that. But this week, shout out to awesome music artist, Layla Jade Official. Follow her on Twitter and Insta at Layla Jade Official.
She has 2 amazing singles right now.
On Spotify and Apple Music. Go check her out. Follow her, support her, and we really appreciate you, Layla. And we'll be playing one of our songs on the way out of the show today.
Yay.
But in the meantime,
let's get to it. We're super excited for our guest this week. He is, first of all, just amazing. And
I know we say that every week, though.
No, but he actually really is. Another
really
male guest, which we're so excited for. But Troy Solomon, body positive enthusiast, fashion icon. I'm already going to say it. Plus size model, style guru, everything.
Rocking
Troy.
it for all the bears out there.
Yes. Thank you guys so much
I'm
for having
envious of
me.
your style, so thank you for being
You can have
here.
all my clothes.
Okay.
Here, I'll take them off right now.
Okay, perfect.
Switch outfits. This is not even like a...
Can you actually show everybody the back of your jacket?
Yeah.
What does it say? Feminist? Well, that's a high back chair. Help us out here, Troy. Feminist AF. Is he amazing or what? Feminist as fuck. I love
from
that.
Prem.
I love it.
Okay, Troy, introduce yourself. Tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me literally everywhere at a bear named Troy. Everywhere. Yeah, I kept it pretty across the board. Everything is a bear named Troy. I think it's just easier that way.
And now for the people out there, because I know
why did
my
you
mom
just give us the sexiest eyes ever? Did you do that on purpose?
Because he's got those hot glasses on.
It was a very sultry
Listen, there are people out there that don't understand the whole bear thing.
Yeah.
So for the people my mom's watching. My mom's like, what the hell's a bear?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Explain in the gay community what bear means. What is that? What is that whole
So there's different subcategories of gay people in the gay community.
Subcategories. I love it.
Yeah, so there's the twinks, which are skinny guys, and then there's the jocks, who are the muscly ones. Then there's the cubs, which are young, hairy, thicker guys. And then there's bears, who are
it's like
the
high
older,
school.
thicker. Exactly.
It's high school. And bears who are the older.
The older. I mean, the thing is, I don't really know the line.
I was going to say, you're
I don't really know.
29 is that old.
You're kind of a cub, dude.
I know. I don't really know.
You could be a cub named Troy.
Okay.
All right.
Rebranding. Here we go. Change everything.
But that was smart because you could always be a bear, forever.
Yeah. And I also when I did it, that was the intention. But now that I've gotten so far from that, I feel like it's become. People have said to me I didn't even think of bear as a gay thing. I just thought of it as oh, you're a cuddly bear. I'm okay, cute. Okay. Then we're gonna stick to it.
Cute either way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it started
Here I
off
am
with
being,
that. No, it started off as that because that was before I even had an idea of a brand. I just was I want to change my Instagram handle. What's it gonna be? I don't want to use Troy Matthew anymore. So I was
well, there
it's
you go.
Cute.
It works.
Love it.
And it's definitely catchy.
We love it. Well, we have a topic that we want to totally dig in with.
12.
Yeah, we have 12. But we have a couple segments we're going to get to, and then we will get there.
Cute.
So right now is time for gossip.
Oh, yes.
And that is the time that we, give you some details on what's happening in Hollywood, worldwide, or whatever. VMAs last night, people were on J-Lo wins Video Vanguard. I mean, give me a break. She's had like a 90-year career and looks 25. I just want to shout out, you know, we're really big on this show about like never ever doing the whole body goals thing, but let me just tell you something. The bitch be 49 years old, and I have never in my day, and probably never will, look that damn good. She looks amazing. She's absolutely flawless.
Yeah.
Dances her ass off. It's just...
That's it.
She's a year away from 50.
She's so much energy. That's
I'm
what
just
it
like,
is.
are you
So
kidding
much
me?
energy.
It's really, but even more so, for me, I was telling you guys before the show started that for me, even more so, I think J-Lo's abs were like, wait a minute, when she saw Tiana Taylor's, because she walked the red carpet, and I'm not even kidding, like her abs were like waving to the paparazzi.
Yeah.
That one.
Her abs are...
But that is pure genes. Her body is... I mean, she works out.
She
but
works
she's
out a lot.
sick.
She has
For
workout
sure.
video. I mean, she has a whole workout program.
Yeah.
You guys saw that Kanye West video
Obviously.
she was in, right?
Oh
I mean,
my
it's
gosh.
like...
It was like what I, got off to for like 3 months.
Yeah,
Oy
exactly.
vey, TM friggin' I over here.
No.
But no, she's stunning. But the VMAs were fun. And then today, or like last night, I guess, Post Malone gets on a plane and takes
gosh.
off from Newark Airport, and they had to
Yes.
do an emergency landing. No, I don't know if he took off from Newark or took off from New York, but either way, emergency landing.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Because the plane blew tires. So shout out to Post Malone and being okay. And
Jeez.
that, I mean, he won a huge award last
Yeah.
night too, and that would have been all bad.
Wait, I
know?
want to talk about something while we're on the VMAs, just
What?
very quickly, because I think everyone has mixed feelings about the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Like, apparently, like their feud,
They
their
have a
beef
feud?
is re-sparked, and I'm like, why can't just two female rappers just get along and not
Because
have
that wouldn't
beef?
be interesting.
It's
Well,
so
I
frustrating.
watched a little bit of what was going on like a couple of days ago, and it was like Nicki did an interview where she was saying how like she doesn't need a big record label to push her, like she can just like bring numbers in that like no one else can do, and I'm kind of like, she's not wrong. Like, I mean, Cardi B is huge. Cardi B is also so new.
Right.
So it's like, I don't even know if like Nicki Minaj was like pointing that at Cardi B as much as like it was.
Well, and she had
blew
beef
up
with
like that.
Travis Scott too, because I don't know if you heard. So
Cardi or Nicki?
Nicki. So Travis Scott had posted, "Oh, I have the #1 album," and Nicki was like, "Actually, you don't." And then Kylie posted, "Oh,
Kylie's
get
like-
your tour tickets. Me and Stormy will be at every show." Basically, like pimping him out.
It's
and
basically
his
Kim and
sales
Kanye.
like shot up. So I get what Nicki's
But you know what
saying.
Aretha Franklin did? She died and smoked them all.
You know what she did? She died, and Madonna made her speech about Madonna.
Right?
Oh my god.
No one told Madonna that Madonna didn't die. Like, it was Aretha.
What the hell was
would tell
that?
It was
who
so
gave that
weird.
to Madonna though? Like,
I loved that story. I thought it was so cool, but I was like,
I hate when
What?
people make things.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, why'd you
It was
do that?
bizarre. It didn't
I
make any
don't know.
sense. There was,
But-
the tie-in was so minimal. It was weird.
But let me tell you why there's beef between two female rappers. These two female, because there's only two female rappers
No.
like in existence right
but
now.
True.
it just goes like no two females can like be friends or not
Just
have
so messed
issues.
up.
It's just feeds into every freaking trope about females there is.
Yeah.
I fell into a wormhole with that, watching the beef between Nicki and Lil Kim, because I was like, here we are. I fell into the wormhole. I don't have everything
I'm more
now.
interested
I
in
know,
the Kim
it's hard.
and what's that guy's name? Oh God, Kim Kardashian was beefing with what's his face, black model,
Tyrese.
Oh,
Tyson.
Tyson Beckford.
Beckford.
And she basically like low key called him gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did.
Everyone thinks he's
But
gay.
here's my thing, like with that, he came for her as a man, came for a woman about her looks, about her body, about her appearance, insulting her. It wasn't like it was subtle or
didn't
shady.
see this.
Yeah, he did.
He straight up was like,
In all honesty,
don't
he
love her
deserved
body.
that.
She had a bad doctor, bad work done, whatever he said.
he did.
And then she was like, okay, well, we know you're not looking at me anyway, sweetie, with like a little frog in the tea. And I was like, you know what? If you come for someone about their
Yeah.
looks, about their
Yeah.
body, about anything like that, then I mean, all bets are off. Like,
Thank you.
like-
and I agree, because people like jumped on her like,
Yeah.
oh, you're a homophobe, and it's like, no.
No.
She's calling like
First
she's,
of all, how
she's,
would that
she's
be homophobic
acknowledging
anyway?
No, it's not homophobic at all.
She's acknowledging the pink elephant
Yeah.
in the room, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay, so on to more positive subjects. Segment Be Positive. Let's
Okay,
just
I have
move on
two
here,
things.
shall
I
we?
have two things today.
'Cause we
But
really-
the first
we really
one
wanna
is
talk to you.
Lindsay. If you're watching, which I know you will watch eventually, thank you so much. That's my cousin. She's a new mom.
sent me this and I
She's
love it.
amazing, and she watches us every week. And she sent this to me. She said, "You are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time."
Oh, yes.
which goes perfectly in line with our masterpiece challenge, which Troy
Will to partake in.
will
Sure.
partake in.
Do you know what that is?
No.
So you post, we're encouraging people to get a little bit vulnerable. You know, I know like you're very, comfortable with your body, but something that's maybe a little uncomfortable, and post the picture, hashtag masterpiece challenge, tag us and why you're a masterpiece.
And then tag 2 people and challenge
them.
Love it.
Yeah.
to do it, because we really want the firestorm to kind of brew of
Yeah.
like people claiming that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's interesting. I just want to talk about that quote really quickly, because I've gotten a little bit of backlash when I'm like, I am a masterpiece and it's taken me a long time to get there, and people being like, kind of conceited, like kind of, and I'm like, no, not at all, actually.
No.
Like,
I don't know what
masterpieces.
that word means.
Listen, the only time being cocky or conceited is a bad thing is when you use that and treat other people badly.
Thank you.
That's the only time it's a bad thing.
Thank
Like,
you.
it doesn't matter. I mean, you can call me cocky, confident, conceited, whatever you want, but I'm not treating people like shit. Can I curse?
Yes.
Yes.
Like shit.
Yes.
So that's
But you
the only-
have to
that's-
understand there's a wall of people out there that are like, you have stretch marks and you have this and you have this. How are you a masterpiece? And it's
Okay.
like, wait, what? Like, I'm sorry.
I
You know what I
mean,
mean? Like, so
You get to decide what a masterpiece is. No one else. So
Exactly.
it doesn't
Thank you.
matter.
And that's why I love this, because I feel like I love this, and it really, she sent this to me and I was like, oh my God, and immediately put it on my
was
story.
Perfect. She was
Because
great for
I
that.
feel like I'm doing that. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm claiming that I'm a masterpiece, but at the same time, I'm the work.
Yeah.
I'm
And
working.
then my second one, because this is for Troy for his birthday. Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
And he posted a picture and says 29 is the year of the nipple. I freaking love him. He's
Well,
always
because
in mesh shirts,
I
by the way.
I posted 3 photos in a row with my nipple like showing. So I was like, all right, I got to address this at some point. Like, everyone has to know that I know what's going on here.
So
my
I
God.
had to get on my soapbox a little bit, and I have another quote.
Okay,
Yes.
hit it. What is
Or
it?
whatever. It says, can you believe that there are legal nipples and then there are illegal nipples? I'm on a soapbox. Troy and I
No.
talked about this a little
Okay,
bit
so
before.
I
you're
agree.
talking illegal being breastfeeding?
Like what? No, like
Just-
just in general. Like
Yeah.
why can a man's nipples are nipples? First of all, ours are way more important because we give life.
we give
And
life.
what's so funny is like
But
with
yet you
what
can't
I
see
do on like in my posts and my Instagram is like I'm hardcore fucking with gender norms. Like it's
Yes.
like a hard like it's obvious. I make
Yeah.
that very apparent. Like I'm wearing pink, I'm wearing high-waisted pants, I'm wearing heels, I'm wearing makeup, all these different things, whatever I'm doing in the post. So it's kind of like so funny that like I identify as male, I'm cisgender, like I identify that way, I understand that, but it's like so funny that like all that differentiates me from you is the fact is really the fact that I don't say that I'm a woman.
Yeah.
It's like so bizarre to me because it's like or not across the board, but in
Obviously,
this
we know it.
in these
Yeah.
instances, like according to Instagram, like the only difference is like I checked male when I signed up on my profile rather than female, and that's why they can police like
Right,
or
because
not
we
police.
have men who who choose to dress with bras and
Right.
and whatever, but then at the end of the day, if they want to take their bra off and have their nipples out, they can. It's just such a silly thing.
So
We talked
weird.
about always talk about the danger of it, that we're so over censored. We're just continuing. We have a caller.
Who's calling? Hold that over censored thought though.
Yeah.
Hi, thank you for calling the Plus Size Divas. Who's calling?
Dakota.
Hey Dakota,
Hi,
how are
Dakota.
you?
Good. How are you?
Wonderful. Did you call in to talk to Troy? I feel like he knows you. He's smiling.
No, I was actually calling to talk to Deanna real quick.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Deanna.
well,
Hi, Dakota.
Well, damn. Am I in trouble?
Hi. No, Deanna, you're not in trouble.
Okay.
Um,
I usually am.
So I
Sounds
just
like
wanted
the
to-
principal calling.
to call real quick because I heard you guys talking about I'm a masterpiece,
Yes.
and I know whenever that was coming out in the beginning, me and you talked a lot because of what I've been going through with Memphis.
Oh my God, it's my friend Dakota. Hi, Dakota.
Yes.
Oh, honey, you should have said
Hi.
that. Like, girl, it's Dakota. Okay. Hi, baby. Yes.
So tomorrow he starts kindergarten, and I am an absolute complete wreck. And the funny thing is tonight I was actually listening to that song, trying to help me get through it.
Aw, you guys.
That's her song, the masterpiece. that
Masterpiece,
plays
yeah.
tonight.
You guys, the person on the phone right now, you guys out here don't know him and you guys don't know him, but when I tell you, probably like the most amazing, most inspiring soul I've ever met, and selfless. Is it okay if I share your story a little, Dakota, or not really?
Yeah, absolutely.
So his sister is unfortunately a very, very bad addict, and she had this child, and he is adorable, named Memphis. And he was how old? And you got him, Dakota?
Memphis was about a 1.5.
About 1.5. He's now 5. Dakota himself is how old, Dakota?
27.
Now 27. So he got him literally when he was 23.
Wow.
And has raised him on his own. And Dakota, you're incredible. Listen to me. Don't be a wreck. This kid is so lucky to have you in his life. I am so happy to be in your life and be like the tiniest little source of inspiration for you. And we've met once. When I was on America's Got Talent, he came to a show and came backstage and met me, but we've stayed friends and been supportive to each other. I did a GoFundMe for him when he was trying to fight for legal rights of Dakota, and there was just all this hubbub, and he finally got, this is his son now. Wow. And, we've always been supportive, and I just have to tell you, this little boy is so lucky to have you, and you are such a wonderful, incredible, he is so lucky to have you as a dad. So don't cry, and if you cry, you call me. Okay, Argentina, I love you. You can cry. Don't cry, because let me tell you, he's gonna make friends, and you're gonna have that whole thing, and you're gonna have to handle play dates, and you're gonna be calling me bitching about that. I can't wait.
And the biggest thing too is don't sweat the small stuff.
Right.
I know that I don't know your story completely, but coming from a very, not similar, but in some ways similar background, now looking back on it, he's gonna look at you and be like, "You took him in when he." It's a boy, right? Yeah, you took him in when he had no one. So it's really gonna be don't put too much pressure on yourself all the time.
Yes.
To do everything right, because that's just not how it works.
And you give him those self-love tools, because he's gonna get. Please. Why don't you have a mom? Why is your dad gay? He's gonna get all of that, Dakota. So you sit him down right now and tell him he is love. He is a masterpiece, because those kids are cruel, man. And you make sure that he's got that invisible armor on, because he's gonna need it. He's gonna need it in his situation. He's gonna get picked on for all types of
every
things.
Kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every. And I hope he doesn't, but just be ready for that. But I absolutely love you, and thank you so much for calling in to us.
No worries, you guys. Thank you.
Okay, baby.
Bye, Dakota.
Bye.
What a great.
Bye, I love you.
Bye, I love you too, honey. No, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know how special that kid is. Really, I couldn't even imagine at 25 taking that on. And when I tell you, he fought for him. Because at different times, the sister and the dad, they're both addicts, were coming back and pulling him out.
Yeah, that's hard.
And this kid has such a stable life now because of him.
That's awesome.
He works 4 fucking jobs. He's so selfless and lovely. And just shout out to that. Shout out to strong, incredible men.
Yeah.
And this is when I do stand up, and there's all these, we're getting on another topic, but all these, just you're here with us, and these people that are like, oh, gay people shouldn't be able to adopt. It's let me tell you something, honey. Yeah. Let me tell you something right now. I am very happy that gay man adopted that boy. And took him in, because nobody was willing to do it. So if there's a kid in the system where they can be in a home with gay parents, I'll take the home.
A good parent, period.
It's a good parent.
You know what I mean?
It's
sexuality has nothing to do with if you're a good person, good parent, good anything. It's just
right, because
it's a part
there
of
are plenty of straight people that should not
are
have
the
any
worst.
children.
Yeah, exactly.
Amen.
Exactly.
Yes, really bad. But thank you for calling, Dakota. Back to the nipple.
No, just real quick.
Love the segues,
I don't want to spend too much time on it, and I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing, because you're pushing the boundaries. You know what I mean? But I just think that we just over sexualize everything so much, and it's
with women specifically. That's what it's always comes down to, especially with social media. It's always
somebody's calling.
Oh my gosh, you're popular.
You're really popular.
It's you guys.
No, it's you. Hi, thank you for calling the Plus Size Divas. Who is calling? Hello?
Turn your radio down. Hello?
Hello? Okay, bye. You got 15 seconds, and then we just go to the next topic. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't,
oh my gosh. Good Lord, have mercy.
Hey, yeah, I want to shoot. Hi, thank you for calling the Plus Size Divas. Who's calling?
Hey, it's Maddie.
Maddie, that's my sister. Maddie, is this the first time you've ever watched the show? Be honest. That's a yes.
Well, I usually work at night, so
Thanks for calling.
carved out some time to listen to you guys tonight, so I just want to give my sissy a shout out and tell her how proud of her I am.
Whoa, so sweet. Thanks for calling and watching and listening finally.
Yeah, of course.
Well, your
Of course,
sister's a big inspiration, so you're lucky to have her.
Seriously.
I know I am. I'm proud of her. So want to give you guys a shout out and let you know I'm listening. So keep up the good work.
Thanks, Maddie. Love you.
Bye, Maddie.
Okay, love you. Bye.
How sweet.
I think we should just have an all-call-in show.
How funny.
Right.
This is so weird.
Shit.
We've never gotten calls like that back to back.
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
Yeah.
Cool.
well, let's get off the nipple soapbox. I just say free the nipple, hashtag free
Literally.
the nipple. Ladies,
Do it.
show it. And if they report your picture, oh well.
Show it again.
Exactly.
Keep
Like,
posting it.
Seriously. it's
Send it to
ridiculous.
me. I'll put it in my stories.
So
Keep
I
it
want to
going.
talk about how we met. So we were chosen to be part of a segment for Jubilee Media called Middle Ground, and what they do is they pick 3 people from opposing sides of the table. So we were part of Body Positive versus Fitness Enthusiasts, which
Ooh.
I thought was hilarious
Yeah.
when they called me and said that that's what they were doing.
Yep.
But nonetheless, we filmed it, and that's how we met. And we sat in a 120-degree
Like,
room
no joke.
for 45
I wore a
minutes.
lace shirt and gray shorts, and by the time I left, the gray shorts were now black.
Ew.
Like, it was so bad. It was
terrible.
so
I
hot. It
was
was a
like-
giant warehouse in the middle of nowhere, and it was 100 degrees outside.
I
It
was like this
terrible.
the whole time. Like, I can't move.
But you guys
because
had
I'm
to
gonna
sweat.
We would be whispering to each other, being like, just think really cold.
Or, like,
Just think
blowing on
cold."
each
Glacier.
Seriously.
Glacier, like in our photo shoot the other day.
I have
Glaciers.
to.
Oh my
But
gosh.
anyway, it was a really cool experience, and not just the fact that we met, but it was a great conversation, and I want to share a little bit about it.
Yeah.
So we were, I'm not going to say pitted against, but it was supposed to be kind of interesting with these fitness
Yeah.
enthusiasts. And one of my favorite questions always is they asked, one of the fitness guys asked, so to Troy, there's nothing you would change about your body, in shock.
And I was like, nope.
He was
and
like,
he was like,
no.
nothing.
Yeah.
I'm
Exactly
being
like
dramatic,
that.
but he was like,
No.
nothing. Like, eyes wide,
Yeah.
nothing.
Right.
And I was like, no. And then you stepped in, you're like, yeah, see, that's the thing. Not
Yeah,
everybody
not
wants
every
to change
big
their
person
body.
wants to be small, is what I
Mm-hmm.
told him. And he's like, you wouldn't change anything, not even the fact that you're sitting there sweating profusely, which was
I was
so
like,
rude.
girl, it's 100 degrees in here.
Everyone was
Everyone's
like, everyone's sweating.
Somebody else is
my
calling.
gosh, this-
Stay on the sweat. Hi, thanks for calling the Plus Size Divas. Who's calling?
Yes, I'm calling them. Wanted to know that this Layla Jade going to be coming on your show. I see her posted up in the top 10 left corner. I'm watching it.
Oh,
I've been listening to her and just watching her on Spotify. She's fantastic.
She
Isn't
is.
she? She actually is our sponsor. So unfortunately, she's not on the show. She sponsored the show. We have been posting her music in all of our promotional materials, and also we're going to play her song on the way out tonight. But we really highly encourage you to buy her music on Apple Music and Spotify. She's up there. Support her. Follow her on all social media. She is awesome.
And that's not to say she won't eventually be on the
She's
show.
fantastic, and she's beautiful as well.
Oh,
Wow.
you're
Wow.
so sweet.
She must be she's a new up-and-coming star. I think
Yes.
she's going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
I can't wait to buy her music when it comes out.
Oh,
She
that's
will be.
So
amazing.
exciting. So you're
What-
going to play her music during the show this evening?
Yeah, we're going to play it on the
And
way
it's
out
on
tonight.
Apple Music already.
Yeah, you can go buy it right now on Apple Music.
Fantastic. I can't wait to hear it.
Awesome.
Oh, that's so
What's your name
exciting.
again?
My name is Jim.
Oh, Jim, thanks so much. We'll
Thanks,
tell her.
Jim.
I mean, she's probably
Thank
watching.
you so much.
Yeah,
so
you got it,
rad.
Jim.
I'll be watching tonight. Thank you so much.
All right, honey. Bye-bye.
Okay. Have a nice night.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Layla,
I love them. Damn, Layla,
damn.
slaying them out there.
Yes.
Beautiful. She's beautiful. I mean,
She
Yes.
is beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
all right, back to the nipple. Anyway.
But no, it was funny because Garen, what's his name?
Garen,
was like coming at me because I was sweating. And he was like, you don't think if you lost a little bit of weight or if your body changed at all, you wouldn't be sweating so much? And I'm like, I don't know, but I don't care. And the best part was by the end of it, he was wearing like a light purple shirt. And by the end of it, his shirt was a dark purple.
There was not a
He was
dry
sweating
spot on
profusely.
his
He was
shirt.
sweating profusely. And I just was like, wait, what?
And then he walked down. He's like, wait, why didn't anyone tell me? And I was like, that's what you get for coming for the big people.
Listen, I mean, if I was sitting there, I would have looked at him and been like, listen, I don't like this. I'd like it to be a way. I'm going to work on that. And I want to be my most healthy self. And you know,
Which
there's
is-
some,
yeah.
you know, I'm a journey. There's,
For sure.
I have little goals.
And that's the whole thing. The whole thing is like, it's all about what you want for you.
Yes.
And the thing, the surprising thing to him was that like, I didn't want to change my body.
Right.
Like I didn't want it to be
Right.
different. I didn't want to look any different.
right.
It's just, and I think that you can want to make changes and they have nothing to do with your outward appearance
Yeah.
also. I mean, we just are so fixated on when someone says, is there anything you want to change about your body? I think like inside my body, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I probably could drink a little bit less. Like my liver could probably be
right.
a little healthier, but
I'm with you right now. You just
Right.
made you sound like you barely drink. What is wrong with you? You know,
I'm just saying like we always go to external.
Sure,
yes,
for sure.
And you know what's funny for me? Like, you know, there are people out there. Like, even we had a little problem on Instagram that I had to, you know, I jumped in and defended a friend, and I realized how stupid it was afterwards, because what I realized is that my whole life, people's insult to me has been like, oh, you're fat, or like, you know, now I'm 45, oh, you're old, or like that'll be their insults. And I'm kind of like, dude, like, call me like non-generous or disrespectful
Yeah.
or not successful or not a go-getter. That's going to insult
Yeah,
me.
for sure.
Like telling me what I already know about myself, or
Yeah.
telling me what like that just makes you look like
I
a
just
fucking
don't
people.
like. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, when people come for you about your looks, because they have not gotten to know anything about you as a person. So
Or
it's
they
like-
hate themselves.
Right. Well,
9 times out of 10.
I mean, if you're making fun of anybody, that's typically what the issue
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But if someone's coming at you being like, you're old or you're fat, it's kind of like, okay, well, you clearly don't know anything about me, because
like,
yeah, I'd rather you be like, you're really dumb, like you don't know anything about this,
Yeah.
or you don't know anything. I'm like, okay,
Call me
fine.
unintelligent.
Right.
Call me, call me a bad mom.
since
Call
you
me a
don't know
bad
anything about
wife. Call
me-
me a bad friend. Do that.
That way I can come for you.
That might get me
Exactly.
somewhere.
I just I don't do any beef. I don't want people beefing under any of my pictures. If
Yeah.
it happens, I'll typically block whoever started it, and I might even delete the other comments, because
Yeah.
I just don't like the negativity.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
you're
I'm with
still
it.
feeding negative
I'm
with
with it.
negative. You
But
know
he
what I
called
mean?
our friend a hypocrite and didn't spell it right, so I had to point that out. I was like, if you're gonna call somebody a hypocrite,
I love
spell
that.
it
And
like
he
Google
was totally,
exists.
like
Literally.
shaming her, and then I went, and it was
Yeah,
funny
he
'cause-
shamed me, and I was like, whatever.
because
Like,
he follows me, and I was like, I find it very strange and sad that you follow somebody just to, you know, start
talk shit.
So either
I
he
love
was like
trolls
undercover
so
fat
much.
fetish,
I
you know
love
what I mean?
them.
Who knows what it was?
Like,
but
I
he,
genuinely love
His
them.
ass
Honestly,
got
I'd be like,
blocked.
mommy issues. Blocked.
I want, like, I always say, like, it sounds so shitty, but like, I really want, like, real ones, because I never get real trolls. My trolls are always like, oh, gay. And I'm like, okay.
Wait, they just write gay?
Yeah, they're like gay or like fag. And I'm like, okay. Or they'll be like, oh,
You're mean.
you're girly.
Oh my God.
First of
I'm
all,
like-
none of these things are
I know.
like
Like legit, I turned off my, like, the filter on Instagram so that I could see if anyone actually puts, like, hate comments. I'm like, I want something real. Like, give me something to work with. Because I totally agree that if the way you want to work it is, like, to remove it, that's your
only
space.
if it starts like
For sure.
beef conversation.
For me, I want like that to happen so that I can start a conversation with someone, because I like and my one of my best friends is like super into coming back at the troll. She was one of the people who was going through the ones on that Middle Ground episode, like commenting back at everybody,
okay.
which I was like, so I like when those conversations start so that I can try and like
Educate them.
talk to someone. Yeah, I want to, because I feel like everyone who follows me are supportive, and they get the vision, they get the message, they get the this, they get the that. They're supportive. So I'm always like, I want the people who don't get it. I want people who don't understand
If
it.
you're open to a conversation,
For
fine.
sure.
But if you're just like, fuck you,
100%.
hate you, and
I just
you're-
realized-
it's
Right.
like there's no point of this
For
on
sure.
my page.
For
I
sure.
just realized something. I'm wondering if LA Talk Radio is shaming us, because it literally says Fat Channel. Is that for every show?
It does.
I'm reading the screen. I think it's for every
It
show, but
actually does.
it's just kind of funny that it says Fat Channel, and I'm like, wait,
Hell yeah.
wait,
That's
hold on,
their
bitches.
nickname for the 7 p.m. slot at
Hell
Tuesday.
yes. Fat channel.
Hey, I read
Hilarious.
something the other day, though, and remember how we had this discussion that I kept saying, like, I hate the word normal. I hate when somebody goes, that's not normal, or that's not normal,
Yeah.
or that's not normal. And I saw something the other day, and I love it. Different is normal.
Yeah.
I love that. Now I'm okay with normal. If different is normal, different is normal. To be different is
Totally.
normal.
I mean, well, what's normal?
Right.
Yeah.
But when people say
Like-
that's not normal, or, oh, she's average size, well, what the fuck does that mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, what's average?
Yeah.
A doctor's average?
Or I love
Your
straight
average?
size. I think that's always a really funny one too.
Right. You know?
Straight size.
Like what's the scale that we're
My
looking
crooked sky. Like,
Right,
what-
right.
Like, it's so weird.
It's
But
just
yeah, no,
funny.
I agree. I think the term normal is like a very like.
at? Come on.
But that brings us like to the topic that I really wanted to get into, because I think it's like we have to start being more open and having these conversations, and for me, the importance of the blurred lines between masculinity, femininity, and like why it's important to talk about, and why a lot of times it has nothing to do with your sexual orientation or gender identity. I mean, it's like why do we even have why do we even have masculine and feminine anymore?
Well, I'll get to that. I'll tell you my position on that one second. But we said before, brought up something that I remembered reading yesterday. It was an article on Queerty about this guy in, I think it was Nigeria. He's the first ever like matchmaker in Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
And he put out a list of like the 14 signs that your man is gay. Oh gosh. And I was reading these and I was just literally laughing on the floor, because the one was like legit was like, if your man is too invested in your relationship and too caring of you, he's probably gay.
Wow.
And I'm like, wait, what?
Oh my gosh.
They're
My
like,
husband's gay.
Yeah, they're like,
Terrible.
if your man doesn't have any guy friends of his own, he's probably gay. If your man doesn't want, if your man wants you to like try new things in the bedroom, he's gay. And I'm just, I kept thinking like, whoa, like this
Yeah.
dude has like close to 15,000 followers. I mean, he's just telling his followers that if you have a man that's loyal and like cares about you and wants to be in a relationship
Right, wants
with you
to
and
get
like
freaky in the bedroom, he's gay.
He's gay, and I was like, whoa. It's like, so that, I mean, that just ties right into the fact
Yeah.
that these like gender norms have completely like fucked us all. Like we don't understand
have.
anymore. Like just because I mean, I have plenty of friends who are straight, married, have kids, and they'll be like, so they'll have like feminine qualities. They'll talk about like how guys are attractive. I mean, there's just so many things. I never think like,
I mean,
oh, maybe they're gay.
Right.
Like, it's like,
I think we're, especially the straight community, like we're definitely all guilty of it. Like
yeah.
Deanna, I'm good for it too, but she's like,
Everybody's gay as
he's
far
gay.
as I'm concerned.
He's gay.
He's gay.
And I'm like, maybe not though. Maybe he's actually just like a sensitive soul. Like maybe,
Yeah.
He's gay.
you know what I mean? But I hate even like
Yeah.
when I say it, I'm like, oh, he seems like he might be. But I'm
Well-
like, why am I really
Why do we
saying
care,
that?
actually?
That's what I was gonna say. I think the different, like, so there's obviously the conversation about masculine and feminine, but there's also the conversation about like, why do we feel like we have to like beat someone to the punch? We gotta beat them to the point where they're saying I'm gay or I'm not gay. We
Right.
feel like we have to like, and
And
it's
why
because we
is
all
it even
want
an
to,
issue?
we all want to categorize. We all want to like
Yes.
compartmentalize so that we understand who we are and how it reflects on us and how we reflect on them. I think it's just all like that reciprocating like idea. But I mean, yeah, that was a big reason why I was in the closet for so long, was people kept saying to me, "You're gay, right?" And I was like, "Don't fucking tell me what I am. Like,
Right.
I will tell you when I'm ready." And like,
Yeah.
don't.
When
keep-
were you ready?
I was 21, so I was like
Wow,
later.
you're a
Yeah,
late
I was
bloomer.
later for sure. And I think it's because, I mean, a lot of factors, but one of them was definitely like, you know, people kept deciding for me, and I was like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Like and the thing was, at that point I was trying so hard to not like show any feminine traits and to show like, you know, very
That's out of the bag now, honey.
literally.
Like how freeing
Like,
though.
oh my god, it was insane.
Somebody's
It
calling.
was insane.
Oh my gosh, we're so popular.
Hi, it's the Plus Size Divas. Who's calling? Okay, hang up on me.
Just
Bye.
kidding.
It always sounds like when they answer and the radio's still playing, it's like
I know.
Somebody-
someone
like-
screaming in the background,
Yeah.
like, "You forgot my order!" Like it's like freaking out.
No.
That's us.
That is us. No, that's just us. Yeah.
But no, I think. Oh yeah, I mean, I came out late, but I think a lot of the things that happened were people just deciding for me like who I was and like what I liked, and I was like, don't. It just was like a thing of like, cool, good for you. Or when I did come out, people would be like, I knew. I'm like, oh my god. Good
Right.
job. Oh,
I
good for
mean-
you. You knew it before I did. Like,
Did
so
you?
annoying.
But
That's
did
really
you?
annoying.
Question: Did you always kind of know, or were you really like, I
oh
don't know?
yeah.
Oh, you.
I mean, I think even when I had a high school girlfriend, we were having sex, I'd be like, I wish this wasn't dude.
Yeah.
Like I knew, I knew. I mean, at that point, I was still like,
Yeah.
you know, I was into dudes. I had crushes on my brother's friends, like things like that. Like, I knew. I just think I could have. I thought that it was normal. I thought everyone liked everyone. I thought everyone liked the other, you know, the same sex. And all. I thought that was how it was. So I was like, oh, I can live my life with like a wife, but also like be into like guys and like want to do that too. And then I realized quickly like that's just not how it works for me.
I mean, you could.
I idolize women. Like I look at women, and I think that's what I would do when I was in the closet. Like I was idolizing women, and I was like just putting women on like this other level that I just was like, oh my God, there are these there's so much power and like so much like, oh my God, like I think women are the greatest things ever to exist. So to me, it was like, I think I was just trying to make that fit into what I thought like love was.
Yeah.
And then when I learned that that's not what love was, that was me like appreciating just women for what women are.
Right.
I was able to like kind of reconcile the idea of like, oh no, Troy, it's okay. Like you can love men and have sex with men, but also like only fuck with women. Like only want to be around women all the time.
Right.
So it was like a process of like learning that and like
what a crazy
separating.
process.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. You were saying it's very free. It was, I think after that, when I came out, that's when I think like I hit the ground running with like my body positivity like journey, because it was like all my secrets are gone, so I guess like I can be whoever I want to be. I can do whatever I want to do. Like I can wear whatever I want to wear. Like all the years that I would like stifle my style or stifle like what I wanted to say or think or do or be around or whatever, like I guess I don't have to do that anymore. So I think it like helped me kind of like blossom and flourish. And it was very freeing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
What I like about not even just like as a, you know, as a gay male or even the gay community, like I think we have made strides where there's not as many, the line is a little bit more blurred as far as like what you can wear, what you know are what's more acceptable to wear as a woman or as a man. But I think it's like it's so important, because I have a lot of friends who, you know, how we see men. Oh, men should be strong, men should be buff and be able to take care of the woman, and a woman should be this, that, and the other. But for men who aren't naturally built like that, it's very intimidating, and I just don't think it's fair. I mean, we don't see enough like thin men, skinny men, scrawny men, whatever you want to see. Like we don't see it enough. Yeah. And
I mean, I think just the idea of what a strong man is like such an interesting concept to me, because I'm always like, bitch, if you knew the shit that I've been through, and then I'm like sitting here and I'm like like a adjusted human being, like you'd be, I mean, so it's like, to me, I'm always like, you can sit here and tell me all day long, okay, well, but you're afraid of getting your nails, like your hands in the dirt. And I'm like, I don't like bugs. That's not okay. So fucking what? Like I also like, you know, like lost my parents and all these, so it's like, you know, to me, it's just kind of like the ideas that we apply to men and women as far as like what their roles need to be and should be are just like so arbitrary at this point. It's like we're no longer do we live in the society where like the man goes to work and he has to make all the money to bring home the food for the woman, and it's like it doesn't exist anymore. So it's like the man of the house role is like, that's actually a big pet peeve of mine, is when I see like my guy friends telling their sons like, okay, I'm gone now, so you have to be the man of the house. You have to take care of mommy. And I'm like, how about how about your 7-year-old can be the 7-year-old of the house? Like that's not like, so we teach kids like a young age, like don't cry, don't do that. Boys specifically, we instill this like toxic masculinity from like the earliest time that we can begin, which is the idea of like, don't cry, like crying is for girls. You're not a little girl, right? So it's like, like yikes. It's like, it's so frustrating because it starts so young, and it's like this mentality that we'd have to change as adults, which is like, it's with anything, it takes so long to get like those processes.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
What I see is like in the gay community, it's more accepting, like to be free and, you know, do whatever you want as far as like wearing, but I want that to start trickling down to all men.
I wonder if it's Jim. Hi, thanks for calling the Plus Size Divas. Who's calling?
Hey, this is JT from Miami, Florida.
Hi, JT. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing today?
Awesome.
That's where I'm from.
Oh, you're from Miami? Oh, our guest is from Miami. That's so cool.
Oh, that's lit. That's awesome. I was just wondering, are you guys going to be playing more Layla Jade tonight?
We are going to we are going to be playing her like on the way out of the show. We're going to be playing her her song "What You Gonna Do." So yes, we will.
Okay, well, I'm definitely like digging your show right now. It's very
thank
awesome.
you so much. Oh, thank you for watching, and we'll be playing it soon. Make sure you check out her music on Spotify and Apple Music.
Oh yeah, I follow her on everything. I'm a super fan.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, sweetheart. Thanks for calling.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Shit, I gotta listen right
now.
Her fans go hard for her.
Holy
Damn,
moly.
Layla Jade official. Follow our girl,
Seriously.
our sponsor this week. She is getting the love.
Damn.
I love it. We might have to end a little early so I can get
know,
the whole
right?
song,
Get the
and if
whole
not,
song.
people are gonna
Literally, you
boycott.
better should. Fuck.
No, but back to what you guys were saying though. It's I've been very programmed. I will
Yeah.
admittedly tell you.
Yeah.
Throughout my life, kind of like, this is normal, this isn't normal, this is this isn't this, you know, and listen,
Yeah.
you know, there's old school and there's new school, and you have to undo your thinking. And
Totally.
you know, she has seen me kind of, I used to be that girl that was like, saw a big girl in an outfit and be like, she shouldn't be wearing that. And that's not me anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm the girl that probably people are going, she shouldn't be wearing that. Not to the extent that our friend Carmen does, because she's just
But
on
it
a whole
is
other
funny.
level. But yeah.
We think that, like, I mean, you do keep saying, like, it's within the gay community, it's more free, and it is more free, but it's like,
Y'all are judgy
not.
wudgy bears,
it's
though.
really
Yeah,
not.
so correct me.
There's so much, like, I mean, you go on these gay dating apps and it's like no fats, no femmes, no blacks, no Asians.
Oh,
like, I
yeah.
mean, it's really intense, and like it's funny. I've been telling a lot of my friends lately about this because it's like it's a real thing.
It
Like,
is. Yeah.
There's really stuff like, I mean, it's almost and people don't realize. I mean, sexual assault happens so often in the gay community, and it happens because of misogyny and like toxic masculinity and these ideas of like, you know, what a real man is, and like, oh, it can't be the R word if it's a dude on a dude. There's no way that could be rape.
no.
Like it's so it's like it definitely trickles in, and that's obviously the scary route that like toxic masculinity takes is towards the route of like sexual assault. But like even at its very like basic level, it's like, yeah, the idea of putting no fats, no femmes. The idea of just take out the fat. No femmes in your profile is like,
Hold on, we have a call.
like what?
Hold on, no femmes. Hi. Thanks for calling the Plus. Thanks for calling the Plus Size Divas. Who's calling?
Hello, this is Daniel from Orlando, Florida.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? I love your show, by the way. It's so awesome, and I watch it all the time. It's just amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. Are you a Layla Jade fan? Tell the truth.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes,
She
good.
is the uprising star, and it's so exciting, and I can't wait to hear more music and see her music video, too. Like, I just can't wait.
Yay.
We
yeah,
can't
us
wait
too.
either.
We're so
it's
happy.
me, Layla.
No, stop. He's being a jerk. He's being a jerk.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're going to play it at the end of the show. Okay, honey? You are so...
I had to.
You are such a fool. Layla, man, her the fans go
I know,
hard, girl.
seriously, girl.
Can
And
your
they're from
fans
the-
be our fans now, too?
No, seriously.
Go
Listen,
subscribe to
I
her.
love
Oh,
it.
I'm loving the
Hey,
show.
go subscribe to our YouTube channel. No, I'm kidding. Listen, but I wanted to say I have a lot of gay friends,
Yeah.
and I have to tell you, like, it's like y'all can be catty and mean as fuck. So I think what you're saying is that it seems that like you guys, you know, you're here with blue nail polish and pink glasses
Totally.
and feminist as fuck, and like there are gay people in the community that are very free
For sure.
and express themselves and do not give a fuck. There's that. But you guys are a club.
There's also the
And-
masculine guys who are like the reason why they're so. I mean, they're like extra masculine because they're combating the idea that if you're gay, you're weak, you're effeminate, you're. It's like
They don't want to be called fag.
they don't want
do
to be
not
called
call them
exactly.
fag.
So it's like
Yeah.
there's like the the complete extreme of it too. So
Yes.
it is. I mean, it's something that is effective of to every community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you just see more queer people who are like.
Listen,
Definitely. And I'm just
know.
saying it'd be nice, like, for that to... I just want people, men specifically, young kids, young boys coming up who don't necessarily fit into, you know, this crazy standard of beauty that we have for men either, to feel comfortable, whatever their sexual orientation is.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of straight men who want to, you know, wear nail polish or, you know, dye their hair. I don't know, just being crazy, but they don't because they feel like they're going to be judged. And it just, it's very upsetting to me.
Yeah. We have another caller. And it's from the 954. You just burped in the
microphone. So
hey, it's the Plus Size Divas. Thanks for calling in. Who's on the line?
Hi, this is Lisa from Tampa, Florida.
Hey, Lisa, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Really wonderful. How you doing? Do you have a question for us, or?
Yes, I'm actually a Layla Jade fan.
Oh my God, we have a lot calling in.
I love your show.
Yo, that's awesome.
And I'm so excited that she's on there.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah. We're really excited. We're really happy that she sponsored us, and we've been pushing her music and telling people to follow her. So we're going to be playing
amazing.
her. Yeah, we're going to be playing her single in like literally probably a minute.
Really? Oh, great.
Yes.
Awesome.
Stay tuned in. It's coming right up.
Okay, I sure will.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thanks, sweetie.
Thank you.
So here's the thing, real quick, as we segue back. Layla Jade is a gangsta. Number one, Layla Jade is a gangster.
Literally.
Number two, like, I think it's a human thing because, like, I, again, have a lot of African American friends, and even in that community, you're too light. Ooh, you're not black. Or you're, you know, that whole thing. And in society, like, oh, she's a pretty black girl because she's light-skinned and has the Becky with the good hair or whatever. It's just like, it's a human.
All of it's just gross.
It's a human thing, but that's why we're here. We're here to be like, hey, guess what? Love you. You're a masterpiece.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
love everybody around you. Drop the effing judgments. Drop the bullshit. Drop what you think somebody else should be doing, and just like love on each other.
Yes,
and let's
God.
Stop, Lord.
Seriously.
But with that, I gotta play Layla Jade's single before I get like.
do we have to stop now?
No, but listen, we have some things to talk about. So next week, you guys.
Oh my gosh, already? We're
next
done?
week, yeah, we're done. The show ends.
Oh my God.
How
4
quickly?
minutes.
Okay, but we have a lot to talk about before we end. Hold on.
Troy, can you just come back? I feel like we didn't
Just
talk
come
about
back, Troy.
Of course.
anything.
Real quickly, Troy, tell everybody again where they can follow you.
And what's coming up for
What's
you.
coming up for you?
Oh my gosh. At a bear named Troy everywhere. I'm
everywhere.
on there everywhere. What's coming up for me? A lot.
Yes.
But I can't say.
Okay.
But it's not one of those like I have so much going on and I can't tell you. I genuinely can't say.
It's okay. But
But
follow
they're
him
big
so you
things.
can follow him so you can be involved. He's
Yeah.
definitely getting married. I'm definitely going to help him with his
definitely
wedding
getting
planning.
married.
We're definitely
Let's show off our
gonna
rings.
be
I
like-
got new rings. He got a ring.
We're
He's
backup bridesmaids.
Yes.
We're backup bridesmaids. And but definitely follow him. Thank you so much for being our guest
Thank you
this
for
week.
having me.
Really,
need more
really,
time.
we do need more time. We're gonna be looking out for your masterpiece challenge.
Yes.
Seriously,
Oh my God, yeah.
do that. Post it. Tag 2 people. Encourage people to love themselves. And next week, you guys, honestly, I feel really lucky that we have had such epic guests.
Yes.
Like we're always like, our guest is so amazing this week,
And they're
they
deep,
really
and we can have good
friggin' are.
conversations.
Next week, I'm not even kidding. He was on X Factor. He is probably one of the most bright, inspiring human beings I've ever met in my life. If you don't tune in next week, you are going to miss the perspective of your life, because this kid will walk in a room and you'll be like, oh my God. And you'll be like, oh my God, like this kid. And then he flips it on you and he's like, I'm the greatest thing that ever walked. What are you talking? And you're like, holy crap. And you're like, whatever's going on in your life just dissolves. And you have you have to tune in. You don't know what I'm talking about, but you have to tune in. So next week we have Emmanuel Kelly from X Factor that's going to be on the show. And we have a wonderful new sponsor, Cordoba Photography.
Cordoba Creatives.
Yes.
Space and photography.
We actually just did a shoot with him on Sunday, and we're so excited to show you guys the image. He's epic. And as always, tune in Tuesday at 7. We will be here. And right now we have 2 minutes left. And I got to play this Layla Jade song. So here I go. You guys have been waiting. So I'm going to play. Hold on. I want to make sure I get the title of the song right. Hold, please. Layla Jade, What You Gonna Do? Right now. Check her out. Layla Jade, official
I'm
everywhere.
pumped.
Here we
I'm
go.
excited to hear it.
Here we go. We're going to Vogue. You guys, Layla Jade. Apple Music and Spotify, What You Wanna Do is the name of the song.
Take my hand, you lead me there wherever we go. I don't really care.
Troy's a fan.
Take my hand, when we get there, ain't nothing to say. You sweat me away.
You're listening to Plus Size Divas with Deanna and Carmen, only on LA Talk Radio.